Okay, today we're going to go over the answers to the bell work problem from Wednesday, September 16th. So this says, use the figure to answer the question, not drawn to scale. That means we can't use the protractor to try to measure this because it is not drawn to scale. That won't give us an accurate answer. So here we have, it says in the figure, ray SQ, remember when we just have a line with one arrow on the top, that means ray, has an end point, a beginning point, but no end. Bisects angle RST. Remember, bisects means it cuts into two congruent parts. So just from that sentence, let's see what we can highlight on our picture here. So ray SQ is right here. It is going to bisect angle RST. When it does that, remember, bisect means cut into two congruent parts. So you're going to be left with two congruent angles. Angle RSQ is going to be congruent to angle QST. And I showed that by marking the information on the picture. Now it says if the measure of angle RSQ equals 3x minus 4, and the measure of angle RST equals 7x minus 19, find the measure of angle QST. So let's break that down piece by piece. The measure of angle RSQ is 3x minus 4. So on my picture, I'm going to locate angle RSQ, which is right here, and I'm going to label it as 3x minus 4. Now, we just said, because ray SQ bisects this angle, if angle RSQ is 3x minus 4, angle QST is also going to be 3x minus 4. So I'm going to label that as well. And then, one more thing we need to label on our picture before we can write an equation and solve. The measure of angle RST is 7x minus 19. So RST is the entire angle. So that whole angle, its measure, is equal to 7x minus 19. Now we can work towards finding the measure of angle QST. Before we can figure that out, we need to figure out what is x. What is the value of x that we can substitute in this expression, 7x minus 19? So, to figure that out, we're going to say we're going to use the angle addition postulate. So remember, the angle addition postulate tells us that when we have one big angle like this, angle RST, if we take the measure of angle RSQ, which is 3x minus 4, and add to it the measure of angle QST, which is also 3x minus 4, that is going to equal the measure of the entire angle, which is 7x minus 19. So now we have in our equation, we can go through and use our algebra skills to solve that equation for x. So the first thing we want to do on the left-hand side is combine like terms. So 3x plus 3x is 6x, negative 4 minus 4 is negative 8. So when we combine like terms, we get that 6x minus 8 is equal to 7x minus 19. Alright, the next thing we want to do is we want to get all of our x's on one side, all of our numbers on the other side. So I'm going to subtract 6x from both sides of the equal, I did not mean to do that, from both sides of the equal sign. So we're going to subtract 6x from both sides of the equal sign. When we do that, 6x minus 6x, they cancel out, so we get negative 8 is equal to x minus 19. Now we are almost done. We have all of our x's on one side. We need to move this negative 19 to the other side. So you have to ask yourself, what is the opposite of subtracting 19? We're going to add 19. So we're going to add 19 to both sides of the equal sign. When we do that, we get that 11 is equal to x. So now we have solved the problem for x. You might think that you're done because you found x, but we're not done because the problem doesn't want us to find x. It asks us to find the measure of angle QST. So we're going to use the fact that x is 11 to find the measure of angle QST. So in our picture, we can see that the measure of angle QST is equal to 3x minus 4 because we know that ray SQ is a bisector. But now we actually know what x is. We solved and we figured out that x is 11. So everywhere we see an x in that equation, we can replace it with an 11. So the measure of angle QST is equal to 3 times 11 minus 4. We substitute the 11 into the equation here because when we solved our problem for x, we found that x is 11. Now we can go through and we can evaluate this. So the measure of angle QST, oops, I want to make that lowercase, angle QST is equal to 3 times 11, which is 33, minus 4. And then the final step, we'll see that the measure, oops, I'm off the screen. There we go. The measure of angle QST is equal to 29 degrees because 33 minus 4 is 29.